Okay. Hey, gang. That was a riff not unlike the one that the late, great Mick Ronson plays in David Bowie's song Ziggy Stardust. From Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, album from like 1973 or something like that. One of the ones I used to play a lot when I was a youth. Alright, so let's break down that riff. It's a very cool riff. So let's break it down. And we'll just do it pretty quickly. We'll do it right now, okay? So here we go. Basically, it's over 3 chords, if you will. A G, a D, and a C. But you'll notice that there's slightly different chords, and so we'll go over them. Some of them are arpeggiated. Alright, so here we go. The first one starts out with a nice, full, rich, powerful G. If you play bluegrass, it's the typical G chord that you play. But if you don't play bluegrass, it's a slight variation on our normal G chord, which would be this. Okay. Instead of playing that, he adds an extra D in it by playing the following. We'll play on the 6th string, we'll play the 3rd. On the 5th string, you don't even really have to hit that note, but you'll play the 2nd fret. Okay, if you want to hit it, it's okay. If you don't want to, it's okay too. Then we'll play open, open on the 4 and 3. And then here's the kicker. On the 2nd string, we're going to play that D, which is the 3rd string, the 3rd fret. And then on the top note, we'll play the 3rd fret as well. So arpeggiated, you're not going to arpeggiate it, but arpeggiated, it sounds like this. Okay, so strummed freely, it sounds like this. Okay, then we're going to do a couple of thwacks, like this, so. Oops, not like that. And then we're going to go into the characteristic thing that really defines the whole piece, and that's this. So you'll see that you give a strum, and when you hit that top string, you go into the following piece. And that's just 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, and then dropping to a 3 on the 2nd string. Okay, so on the 1st string, it's 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, and then 3 on the 2nd string. Now, luckily, you can do all of that by just maintaining your D chord and holding it down, and that gives it a nice sustain, which is what Mick Ronson did. Now, keep in mind, he did it with 2 guitars, and they were overdubbed, so we're not doing it exactly, all right? So that's, you know, you can also do it up here to double it. Personally, I think it sounds pretty cool if you're only going to use 1 guitar to do it with the one that's in the open D, like this. All right, open position, D chord. All right, so here we go. Here's the last part, and this is with that C, all right? So it sounds kind of like this. I'm going to have to play the whole thing because the sequence is a little bit tricky, and I don't want to mess up for you. And then you're back to the beginning. All right, so to do that little arpeggiation, basically, put your 3rd finger on the 5th. The arpeggiation kind of walks down on the 5th. So here's how it goes. You're going to put your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. You're going to leave the 4th and 3rd open. Not really going to play them too much, or play the 4th, but you're going to play the 3rd. And then on the 2nd string, you're also going to play that 3rd fret. So 3, open, open, and 3, like so. And the way you do that one is by playing the 5th, the 2nd, I'm talking about strings now, the 5th, so it's 5, 2, 3, 5, 2. So it's like this. Then you walk down by moving your 3rd on the 3rd fret on the 5th to the 2nd fret. And then you play, of course, the open on the 5th fret. And for that one, you just kind of go 5, 2, 5. And you're back to the G. All right, one more time, very, very slowly, so you get that arpeggiation, and then we'll play the whole thing. Okay? So here's the whole thing. We'll play it slowly. Here's the G. Thwack, thwack. That's the D. Now here's the cool arpeggiation. Oops. You can play variations on that arpeggiation, and it's not going to matter one little diddly squat. Like you can play this, for example. Right? You can play that little F sharp before you go to the G. It's a nice little lead-in note. And all of that stuff. Okay, the rest of the song's pretty cool. You should check it out. It has a cool A chord instead of an A minor in one of those. But it's fun to kind of figure that out by yourself, all right? So happy times, and hope you enjoyed this one. Very short and sweet.